say, George? How do you think I look?
Splendid, Master Goodman. You're better than a good man, sir. You're a perfect specimen of the species.
I hope Miss Sarah Huffington agrees with you.
You, sir, are a prime catch.
I am at that.
You've read all the good books.
From cover to cover.
You know all the latest dances.
Every step.
And you've no bad habits or vices.
All things in moderation.
And best of all, you've got plenty of plenty.
I can give Miss Sarah Huffington the life in which she has grown accustomed.
A life of ease, weighted on hand and foot by such as myself.
Exactly. Now, George, pretend you are Miss Sarah Huffington.
Come again, sir.
I would like to practice my proposal.
I'm blushing already.
Sit down. Now, look demure.
Oh, Roger, you bring out the beast in me.
That'll be enough. Now I shall say, for some time now, my dear Miss Huffington.
My name is Sarah.
Sarah, right. For some time now, Sarah, I have been entranced with your radiance, your beauty, your unending charm. Will you stop that?
When you gotta blow, you gotta blow.
Oh, please. Where was I?
My unending charms.
Ah, yes. Your unending charms. I know I am not worthy. Actually, we both know I'm more than worthy. But it sounds good, don't you think?
Most humble.
That's exactly what I was going for. Anyway, I know I am not worthy, but it would make me the happiest man if you would consent to give me your hand in marriage.
Oh, Roger, dear, I don't know what to say.
Say yes, of course.
I don't know. This is a pretty important step, you know.
Stop. The proposal is perfect, isn't it?
She'll melt like butter.
Yes. A big oozing puddle of love. And this will be the ring to seal our betrothal.
Isn't that just a mite big for her delicate finger?
You think so? Shh. I can hear the lady approach. I can smell the delicious scent of her lavender perfume. Let's go hide and listen to how she boasts about me to her friends.
Master, do you think that's a good idea?
I'm not afraid of the truth.
Oh, Sarah, you are so funny.
Any man who snatches you will get a prize.
But I don't want to be snatched up by just any man.
You wouldn't mind being caught by Roger Goodman.
He's so dreamy.
Everyone seems to think so.
The temperature of the room rises when he's around.
I know. I find myself moving my fan more quickly when he approaches me.
And I wouldn't doubt it. He's coming this afternoon with a very important question for you, Sarah.
The entire countryside knows he's smitten with you.
Every time he sees me, he seems to drool like a puppy.
He's well educated, you know. He can even read and write.
I know.
He's so handsome, everyone stops to wonder if he's made of flesh and blood or marble.
I know.
And he's got a chunk of change.
I know.
You don't sound enthused.
I know.
Stop saying that. What's wrong?
He's due any moment and will undoubtedly ask for your hand in marriage.
She knows.
It's normal to be a bit nervous about such a proposal, Sarah.
And you won't do much better than Roger Goodman.
I'm not so sure.
What? Have you found someone else?
Yes and no.
What do you mean, yes and no?
Just that. I know what type of man I want, so yes, I found someone else.
What type of man is better than Roger Goodman?
Him.
But that's a pirate.
A vicious criminal.
I think he's just merely misunderstood. Isn't he handsome?
If you like scars.
Isn't he dashing?
If you don't mind getting hanged.
But you have to admit, he's exciting.
You've been reading way too many of Lady Westerbrook's novels.
The pirate's lady must have gotten to you.
Oh, the way the pirate king grabs Duciela and whisks her off to the exotic West Indies makes my heart race so fast I think it could burst.
Things like that only happen in books.
Well, I want them to happen in real life.
Sarah, you've lost your mind.
No! When Roger Goodman arrives, I shall send him packing. I want a man like this. Dashing, daring, ready to face danger with sword in hand.
Can I have Roger then?
Oh, do with him as he will.
Sarah, have you seen that broadside eye? There it is. The sheriff wants to see this.
Oh, certainly, Father.
What were you doing with it anyway?
I was just commenting about what a fearful creature Bluebeard is.
Fearful indeed. He robbed another one of my merchant ships today. He's cost me a fortune already.
Oh, that's terrible, Father.
But he shall not get away from it. With it. For I shall personally hunt him down and string him up from the yardarm.
You, Father?
I sail the evening tide.
But what am I to do here all alone?
Water the flowers and do your embroidery, my dear.
Water flowers indeed. Sometimes I hate my life as a lady. It's so boring. Come on.
Where are we going?
I'm not going to meet the man of my dreams just sitting here doing embroidery.
Bluebeard? Did you hear that, George? She's going after a pirate.
Seems that way.
Maybe she's sick. Her face looked flushed.
She certainly had a rosy glow.
Maybe she was hit on the head this morning.
Then she'd have been staggering about.
I'm the only one staggering. How could she cast me off like an old shot?
Begging your pardon, Master, but the lady seems to want some excitement in her life.
We go to dances and socials, and just last week we went to the horse races. That was exciting.
She wants real excitement, sir.
She wants a pirate,
I'm afraid so.
but I'm not a pirate.
How badly do you want to marry Miss Sarah Huffington?
More than life itself.
Then perhaps you should grow a Bluebeard of your own.
If she wants a pirate, I'll give her a pirate.
Now you're talking.
Avast, me hearties, climb the jib. Yo ho ho and a bottle of milk.
Master, if you don't mind a suggestion, maybe we should find you a tutor. Someone who knows the ropes, so to speak.
Aye, and if he doesn't know the ropes, we'll hang him from one.
Come along, Master. There's nothing wrong with you that'll walk off the gangplank won't cure.
Any sign of him?
Of who?
This tutor you've been touting.
Not yet, sir, but I've got something with crew mustard.
Why did you put mustard on the crew?
It means I've rounded up a crew.
Why didn't you say so?
Would you like to meet them?
Aye, me hearties.
Stop saying that.
He's calling for us.
Sit right over there!
I wonder if it's an adventure.
I'm hungry.
All right, you worthless pieces of horse poopy. Form a single line. Line up one after another. Like this.
Are you sure these are the only ones you could find?
This is all I could do. You didn't give me much time, you know.
Oh, very well. You're first. What's your name?
Claude.
Claude what?
I don't know. I forgot.
Claude, can you read? Right. Cipher?
Pardon me, Captain, sir. No use asking that question for any of us. None of us has gotten any schooling.
Very well. Have you ever been to sea before?
No, sir. Went on a boat once to cross the river, but we had to row that one, sir.
'Twas a sailboat trip. It was the current pulling us miles down to it before you hit a rock. The boat sank.
Then you can swim.
Oh, no, sir. We walked ashore.
The river was terrible shallow.
How have you been making a living, Claude?
I haven't, sir, unless you call sleeping on the docks a living.
All right. You are next.
I'm Maud, his sister, and if you need a cook, you got one.
What do you cook?
Flapjacks?
What else?
Flapjacks?
Flapjacks is her specialty.
What I can't do with the flapjack.
Next! What's your name?
Squawk! What's your name? What's your name?
No. I said, what's your name?
Squawk! Squawk!
I don't want anyone who speaks French.
Pardon, Captain. That's our youngest brother. He thinks he's a parrot.
Blimey!
Just give him a cracker and he'll be happy.
What good is he going to be?
Oh, Captain, you won't ever find a better conversationalist.
Begging your pardon, master, but every pirate worth his salt has a parrot, sir.
I suppose you're right. But are these the best you could find?
You haven't met these last three.
The name's Sneak.
I'm Snaggle. Call me Snoop.
You want to know what's going on? You can rely on me.
You want it swiped, you can count on me. You want it cleaned up, do it yourself.
Then you have experience.
How's this for experience?
That's my watch. How did you get it?
I got both of you beat.
I say, things are looking up.
So, Captain, what kind of voyage is this going to be?
Well, men, and lady, this isn't going to be any pleasure cruise. The Petunia will make a name for itself as the most feared vessel on the high seas, and this will be our flag. Our goal is to raid and plunder.
Are you saying we're gonna be
Pirates?
Aye, me hearties.
Hi, me hearties!
And we'll split the booty 50-50.
But there are 8 of us.
I get 50%, and you can split the other 50 amongst you.
That don't sound fair.
'Cause it ain't. Sounds like he's a pirate.
We split it 8 ways.
Or you starve in the brig?
George, help me.
Sorry, master, but I'm with them.
All right. We'll split the booty 8 ways.
9. We'll split it 9 ways.
Long John?
Not
Long John Slipper.
It's me.
It's me, I'm hearties.
You know something? I hate parents.
You leave him alone, Long John. I'll cut out your liver.
Ha! I don't got a liver.
Your spleen.
That's gone too.
Your gallbladder.
That was the first to go.
Then how about your heart?
Never even had one to begin with.
Who are you liverless, spleenless, gallbladderless, heartless brute?
This is your tutor, Long John Slipper.
And who are you?
Captain Goodman, a ruthless pirate.
You ruthless?
Now see here, you're on my ship, which I paid for with my father's hard-earned money. If you persist in laughing at me, I'll have no choice but to make you get off. I will.
This is the fellow you were telling me about, right, George?
That's him.
I don't know if there's much of him.
You're an expert, Long John.
But I can't work miracles.
You said you could turn anybody into a pirate.
That's before I knew who anybody was.
Remember our part of the bargain?
Aye, that'd be true, George.
What's our part of the bargain?
Well, in return for turning you into a ruthless pirate, we need to sail the Petunia to the Caribbean.
The Caribbean? What for?
Full of treasure.
Treasure?
Now those are what I love to hear.
Where is this treasure?
On an island.
What island?
Treasure Island. Where else?
How do you know there's treasure on this island?
Because I buried it there myself. We had robbed and plundered 18 ships, and they all had doubloons. Gold doubloons. 9 ships of the gold doubloons we had. We were caught in a storm, and all the crew was swept overboard. Only I could get the chests into the dinghy and bury them on Treasure Island. I told myself someday that I'd come back and get the treasure, and today is that someday.
Yeah, our lucky day.
Treasure.
Gold doubloons.
What are we waiting for?
Set sail.
Sit sail, sit sail.
Now hold on a minute. You want this dandy turned into a pirate, don't you?
That's what it wants, yes.
Then we're not going to need to make a few changes around here.
Like what?
Well, first is the name of the ship.
I named it after my favorite flower.
We need something that scares all that hear it. The petunia don't really send shivers up and down the spine.
What name do you suggest?
The weevil.
The weasel.
The rat.
The spider.
The scorpion.
The cockroach.
The cockroach?
Well, cockroaches send shivers up and down my spine.
Shut up, the lot of you. We'll call this tub the sea serpent.
The sea serpent. I like that.
And next is the flag. We need someone thinking that they're going to be tortured when they see our flag. And that makes them think we're going to host a tea party. How about something more like this?
Saints preserve us!
Alright, that's a scream to shiver me timbers.
I'll sail under that flag anytime.
It'll show we mean business.
Take a look, this will be you.
Then we'll wave this skull and crossbones proudly above the sea serpent.
And one last thing, matey. What's your name?
Roger Goodman.
Just as I thought, that's the wimpiest name in the books.
How dare you? My father has that name, his father's father, and his father before him. It is a long and respected name.
We need something to send shivers up the spine.
Something like Captain Mean.
Captain Bad.
Captain Cruel.
Captain Cantankerous.
Captain Cockroach.
Captain Crunch. Sorry, I couldn't resist.
Those all stink.
Now see here, I don't want to be saddled with a name by bad blood.
That's it.
What?
Blood. Captain Blood.
Makes me blum run cold.
I sailed on Captain Blood.
That's a nice ring to it, if you ask me.
I'll vote for it.
Now see here, you can't just vote for my name. It's not a contest. Maybe I don't want to be Captain Blood.
But think about Sarah Huffington, Master. What would she think of it, Lord Goodman?
You mean Captain Blood?
Now you're talking.
Let's set sail.
I'll go whip up some flapjacks.
Raise the gangplank.
Hoist the sail.
Hoist the sails, hoist the sails.
Cast off the mooring line.
If you need me, I'll be on the poop deck.
What's wrong?
I forgot to tell you, I get seasick.
Looks like cutting to you, Captain Belvedere. Those socks down there look mighty hungry.
They just hang around gangplank, waiting for some trash to fall in.
But don't worry, they start hopping so quick, you'll never know what bit you.
I've always liked fish. I made a study of sharks. Maybe they'll listen to reason.
Yeah, sir.
On second thought, maybe I can help your captain out a bit.
You think so?
What have I got to lose?
Just everything below your nose.
I'll go to the captain and ready to talk.
Tell me, Laverne, what makes you lead a life of crime?
You mean why a good girl like me go back? I'll tell you, Pops. When I was a little girl, I wanted a dolly, a special dolly. When I saw her in a toy store window, she was beautiful. She had blue eyes, golden hair, and the most beautiful lace dress you ever saw. But my mother said, too bad, we don't have enough money. When I was older, I wanted a pair of shoes. They had pearl buttons on them. But my mother said, too bad, we don't have enough money. So there I was, this
outside the store window, drooling. I met the captain. After our first job, I bought those shoes. And after our second job, I bought that dollar.
Does that answer your question for you? So, Captain Belvedere, you ready to talk?
Yes, I won't resist any longer.
Who made you change your mind?
Our little buddies down there.
I'm just not ready to be somebody's dinner yet.
Yeah, Belvedere, you'd be a little tough, a little stringy, and I don't think you'd have much taste.
You don't have to be insulting, Huff and Puff.
It's Captain Huff and Puff to you. Now, what can you tell me about Bluebeard?
I saw him
Recently?
6 months ago,
Where?
living in a treehouse.
A treehouse? What's that?
A house built into a tree.
Where do they have houses big enough to fit in a tree?
The island.
What island?
Treasure Island.
Treasure Island, How do we get to this treasure island?
Follow the equator to deep Atlantic, then hang a right and sail south for 500 miles. You can't miss it.
Why is it called Treasure Island?
Rumor has it that Long John Sliver buried 9 chests of gold doubloons there.
Long John Sliver.
The most ruthless of all pirates.
More ruthless than me.
To be honest, dear lady, I'd never really heard of you until you boarded the ship.
Whoa, working on that. I sent 5 press releases and bonds detailing just how ruthless the pirate queen is, and I drew a picture to go with them. It won't be long before they get one posted out about you, pirate queen.
And just to prove how ruthless I am, you're going to visit some of my little friends.
What do you intend to do?
Hey boys, it's supper time. But don't worry, Captain. Those aren't sharks. They're dolphins. And from here, the water looks shallow enough to walk to shore. Bye-bye.
Another Maui Maui, Bluebeard?
In a little while. They're delicious. What do you put in them?
Coconut milk, rose milk, and goat milk.
And milk of magnesia.
That'll keep your motor running, eh, Captain?
At a nice, slow pace. Just the way I want my retirement to be.
I don't know why you had to go and retire.
Simple, Smudge. I'm pooped. With you and Dandy keeping my image alive, it's not like I really retired at all. It's our little secret. Everybody else thinks I'm the terror of the high seas.
Voila!
Finished.
Ah, you want to hear.
Do we have a choice?
I call this one A Pirate on the Storm Tall Sea.
I like the title.
In the days of yore, when men were men, and women as fair as can be, the greatest captain guided his ship across the storm-tall sea. The wind she blew from north and south. The waves they covered the deck. The captain shouted, "Save the sails!" The men said, "Save our necks." We're doomed to drown, all is lost. The goods would never sell. Hold on, the captain scolded. Your courage starts to smell.
I like it.
But we never said none of that.
Shut it, Smudge. Continue, Dandy.
The captain tarred the yard. He scaled the mizzenmast. He crawled out of the ropes above, despite the rainy blast. His example caused the men to think, and some began to cry. They sprang to the positions above, not caring if they died.
I sure cared. And you did too, Dandy. I remember distinctly how you screamed, "Look at Bluebeard, he's a regular nutcase."
I never said such a thing, Captain. Smudge is just jealous because she can't read or write.
Jealous of that tribe? Ha!
Stop bickering or I'll make you both walk the gangplank.
They know you joke, Captain. You know you never make anybody walk the gangplank.
Can't stand the sight of blood, can ye?
I'd like to find out what happens. Continue, Dandy.
The ship was saved. The crew rejoiced. That cold December morn, for ne'er had any one of them witnessed such a storm. Below, the cargo, she was gone. It's home, the ocean for. But then another ship was spied. Brisk action, there be more. The swords were drawn, prepared to fight. The crew would never flee. They bravely gave their blood and guts to the salty sea. They sliced the first mate right in half. They gave us the sharks a snack, and fought into a moonless night, their victory in the sack. They plundered gold and silver, as its captain walked the point. They fired cannons upon the ship, and cheered as she done sank.
Bravo, Dandy, bravo. That tells it exactly the way it happened.
No, it doesn't.
The storm wasn't that bad. We came across the ship and the crew had already abandoned. There wasn't a soul in sight.
And the treasure was just lying there.
All we had to do was haul the trust. Treasures aplenty handed to us on a silver platter. Literally.
Haven't you heard of a poetic license?
That is just a poetic lie. The sense is gone.
Smudge, we're talking about my image here. Image is everything. Dandy, get that tail rolled up, stuffed into a bottle, and tossed into the sea. Someone's bound to find it. And there's another chapter in my wonderful life story. Now, to my portrait. Oh, my.
That doesn't look like you.
Why so dashing?
Aye, that's one steamy pirate.
And he marked my words and called them a lie.
Dandy, get that tail and the poem and the picture stuffed into a bottle. And my legend will be committed to eternity.
You ought to be committed.
And Smudge, I love the parrot.
They say every pirate worth his salt has one, you know.
Captain?
Shut it, Miki. Make me another Maui Maui.
We can't.
And pray tell why not?
Because that ship's gonna spot us.
Ship?
No, they're right. There's a ship out there.
Let's have a look. Funny, I can't see a thing. Ah, I see it now. And it's sporting a flag. A skull and crossbones.
Uh-oh.
Did you cover our ship?
Yeah, it's covered by 200 feet of salt water.
Oh, that's right. We had a little accident. Let's get up to the treehouse, and they'll never find us there.
Gosh, I wonder if they bring word from the outside world.
I'm not hanging around to find out.
Dry land at last.
My legs don't know what to do. The deck's not moving.
As long as your stomach knows what to do, you're fine.
Finally, the treasure will be mine. You know, it would have been your sooner if you took that shortcut I told you about.
Long John, you told me a pirate always acts like he knows what he's doing.
Aye, but with the blow coast we landed in Venezuela, you should have figured we were a little off course.
Well, we've made it.
Aye, that's all that counts. Now have that some flapjacks.
Look, Maud, now that we're on dry land, how about we have some real food? I'm sure there are plenty of leaves and twigs and berries and such.
You want food or a salad bar?
Looks like someone beat us here.
What? This place is supposed to be deserted.
A coconut. A Maui Maui.
How do you know?
I know a Maui Maui when I see one.
Oh yeah? Well, where's the paper umbrella, huh?
This you?
Squawk!
Found something interesting, Parrot?
Interesting.
Well, looky there.
If that is the meanest, orneriest pirate I've ever seen.
I like the bird.
Thanks, you bud.
Blimey, let's hope that bird hasn't found the treasure yet.
You know something, Captain Blood? If you really want to be a scary pirate, you ought to get a hook instead of one of your hands.
Then we can call you Captain Bloody Hook.
Aye, and how about a peg leg?
Then we can call you Peggy.
I wouldn't take it that far.
How badly do you want to marry Miss Sarah Huffington?
All right, I might give a finger. Okay, I'd give a finger and a thumb. But an arm and a leg? Who are you kidding?
Captain, I see ship coming.
What is this, Grand Central Station? This island's supposed to be deserted.
Do you think someone followed us here?
Let's hope it's not the Pirate Queen. Who?
You know, the one George found the message about in the bottle we fished out of the ocean.
They say she's plundered 20 ships.
They say she's made 10 men off the plank.
They say she ate more than the one.
Be a lot better than one of Maud's flapjacks.
You take that bat plotter, I'll tie you to one of them cannons on that ship.
What flag does that ship fly under?
The Stars and Stripes.
Uh-oh.
We need a plan.
Good. First one to come up with the plan gets a A cracker.
Good plan, Parrot.
That wasn't a plan.
You just didn't listen. He said we hide behind the trees and ambush these invaders.
And then we take their leader hostage.
Paris, you get a cracker. There you go, my little Polly Wally.
Blimey, Captain Blood. Draw your sword and prepare to use it.
Use it? How barbaric.
Really, Long John? Are you starting to believe all that baloney I've been sending off in them bottles?
No, of course not. But maybe they will. Everyone hide, and when I give the word, attack.
Hector, there's nobody on this island.
I heard voices.
So did Joan of Arc, and look what happened to her.
For goodness sakes, Emma, why did you have to bring so much luggage?
What on earth do you mean? This is only the lightest of my 3 cases. You certainly can't expect me to be civilized without some basic items. Really, why couldn't have Captain Porter have provided us with a porter? Get it? A porter? Captain Porter?
This is no time for frivolity, Emma. Really, I should have left you back at home. This is no place for a woman. That's why Captain Porter insisted on leaving us on this deserted island. He said it would be safer here than on the ship. What, with all the pirates here?
You mean you begged him to leave us on this island? I do believe you might frighten yourself, my dear.
Nonsense. I'm only here to protect you. Otherwise, I would have stayed with the ship until we found that horrid pirate Bluebeard. Captain Porter assured me he'd be back within a few days. Wait a second. Someone has been here.
A chair on the beach. How comfortable.
And what's this? Smells like some kind of drink. And look, the most fearsome pirate I've ever seen.
Oh my. Such an animalistic charm.
Emma, what's wrong with you?
Shh. Did you hear something?
I hear all sorts of horrible things on these islands. Birds calling, cats growling, elephants stomping along.
There are no elephants on these islands.
Who knows what's on these islands? I wish Captain Porter and the crew had come ashore.
There's absolutely nothing to be afraid of.
Emma, I think you should rephrase that.
Oh dear, pirates!
And you are now our prisoners.
You forget, Captain Blood. We don't take prisoners.
What do we do now, Captain?
After them!
I think we might have lost them.
Let's get back to the dinghy.
But my things!
Forget your things. Run for your life. Oh dear, we're trapped.
I'm afraid so.
Sorry, Long John, but I'm changing the rules. I have a feeling these two will come in mighty handy as prisoners. If you would be so kind as to accompany Sneak, Snaggle, and Snoop to your new quarters.
At least growl when you say that.
Say, you sound familiar.
I assure you, we've never met you before, Lady Huffington.
Then how do you know my name?
Everyone knows your charm, wit, and beauty.
And you wonder why we ladies like pirates, Hector. I think I'm going to like it here.
What are you going to do with us?
That's for me to know and for you to find out. But do tell me, Lady Huffington, how you came to be on this island.
Well, Lord Bravery here insisted on coming out into the middle of the ocean to look for that nasty pirate Bluebeard, who's raided so many of our mercantile ships and cost us such a lot of money.
Emma, be quiet. Don't tell this ruffian a thing.
Oh, Hector, don't get your silks on and bunch. I'm sure this fine pirate won't hurt us. He has a refined air about him.
I do? All right, take them away. And don't be so gentle about it either.
This way, your ladyship.
Don't step on any snakes.
If you do, the elephant will complain.
You see, Emma, there are elephants.
So, what are you going to do with them?
What better way to get my lady love here than to tell her I've got her parents held captive? Here, George, right on the back of this. To whom it may concern, Lord and Lady Huffington are now my prisoners. Should their fair daughter ever want to see them again, she will set sail immediately for Treasure Island, where they can be retrieved. Signed, Captain Blood.
Now what do I do with it?
Stick it in this here bottle.
That's right. And then we send it off to sea just like all the other ones I sent.
You're quite the agent, Claw.
Image is everything, Captain.
The ocean is littered with bottles, wouldn't you say, George?
Like the one informing us of the exploits of the Pirate Queen?
Aye, and with any luck, we'll have Sarah here to meet her pirate in, about 2 years.
But what about the Huffington ship?
They'll be here looking for that lord and lady. Mark my words.
I'll give it some thought. I'm sure the fates will help me now that I'm so close to winning my fair Sarah at last.
You are a patient and persistent man, Master.
Victory is not for the faint of heart. Now, let's start looking for that treasure.
Now you're talking.
Hey, Elfie, where'd you go? Can't stop digging till we find the treasure.
I don't want a treasure. I've already got a treasure.
Well, lucky you.
Sorry, but you've got to earn your keep here.
I am a distinguished member of society. It's beneath my dignity to be digging holes all over this island just because this idiot can't remember where he hid the treasure.
That was years ago. The island's really grown since then.
Personally, I don't think there is a treasure.
Let's get back to work. Where's the gangplank for you?
Ha! I don't think you've ever made anybody want to game.
I'll have you know we raided and plundered 3 ships on our way here.
Aye. Got 100 bolts of calico for 1 barrel, the 2nd barrel had cinnamon, and the 3rd one was empty.
Well, it's the principle of the thing.
Oh, there you are, Captain. I baked your favorite cookies. Have them while they're hot.
Emma, I can't believe how you doped on this film.
Oh, Hector, go dig a hole.
Treasure, huh?
Wojo must have hidden it years ago.
Maybe we ought to help them find it, and then we could split it.
An honorable suggestion, but Bluebeard is far from honorable.
But I can always take an odd on the side, can't I? Let's let them do all the work. When they find it, we'll surprise them, and the booty will be ours.
I didn't like that.
Then we could take their ship and sail to some place where the gold will do us some good.
What would you do with a fortune cookie?
I get my own soft rocking chair, and I'd hire someone to make Mallies for me.
Speaking of which, go make me another Maui Maui.
Yes, Bluebeard. Your wishes are commanded.
You know something? They stole the picture I drew.
But do you know why?
What do you know about it, Dandy?
They wrote a letter on the back. They're holding Lord and Lady Huffington hostage so that Lord and Lady Huffington's daughter could come to the island. Then Captain Blood is going to capture her.
No kidding. I wonder why Captain Blood wants to lure her here.
The Huffington daughter, eh?
She must be a real ring-a-ding.
Smudge, how many wives have I had?
7, Bluebeard?
Well, maybe not only we'll get a treasure out of this, but another wife as well. Let's go see what they're up to.
It's good to be on dry land.
Oh, that it is.
Looks like a fine place to lay low for a while.
Aye, we gotta think of some new adventures for the Pirate Queen. The papers haven't put a good story about you in months.
Why can't we just tell the truth?
What? We sit around picking up old junk floating in the sea. Come on, what kind of image control do you think I am?
All right. Now, let's take a look at our booty. One stinky chest we found floating all by itself.
It might contain treasure. Say, what is this? It's just a bunch of papers.
What kind of papers?
Just writing, a lot of it. Call me Ismail.
Yeesh, and listen to this. There before us swam the great white whale whom you come to know as Moby Dick.
Moby Dick? Who would ever name a whale Moby Dick?
There's a bottle I found floating in the sea.
Sam Essington's time.
I sure wish somebody would hurry up and invent telephones or email or something. It'll make life so much easier.
What does it say?
To whom it may concern, Lord and Lady Huffington are now my prisoners. Should the fair daughter ever want to see them again, and she was sent to her immediately for Treasure Island. Signed, Captain Blood.
Sarah, your parents are being held captive.
On Treasure Island.
Where's that?
Unfortunately, Airhead here lost our map. Get out the blue right out of my hands.
Oh, we have to find this treasure island. We can't let Mommy and Puppy rot in the hands of this Captain Blood.
I like his name, though.
It's so romantic.
And look at his picture. Ba-ba-ba-boom.
Huh. He does look a little bit more roguish than the average pirate.
He even has a parrot on his shoulder.
That's so piratey.
What's this now?
Blimey, girls! It's a pirate!
I've stumbled upon a knitting club.
Knitting Club, my sort. Haven't you ever heard of the Pirate Queen?
Pirate Queen, what do you fight with? Your purses.
Make fast work of them, ladies. The sharks are hungry.
Old-timer, blimey, we were insult to injury.
Just answer the question.
Well now, you see I'm running away from my mean old wife.
A mean old wife?
Yeah, she took my money and ran off with the watchmaker.
A watchmaker?
Yeah, she said she liked the way he ticked.
You poor dear.
The only way to soothe my hurt feelings is to get as far away as possible. So I come here.
If you aren't telling the truth, I'll slit your throat.
Please don't, it's the only one I got.
Now, old-timer, do you know a place called Treasure Island?
I do.
Laverne, take notes. Now, let's have it, old-timer. Where is this Treasure Island?
Well now, you travel 15 miles north until you come across an island that's shaped like a skull.
Is that Treasure Island?
No, that's Skull Island. Then you turn left and travel 30 more miles till you come across an island that's shaped like a gopher.
Is that Treasure Island?
No, that's Gopher Island. Then you travel 50 more miles and then turn left and travel 100 more miles till you come across an island that's shaped like an elephant.
Let me guess. That's Elephant Island.
No, smarty pants, that's Treasure Island.
If you're lying, old-timer, I'm gonna skewer you and roast your liver.
Ha! I don't got a liver.
Then we'll roast anything you got left.
Pardon me asking, ma'am, but I've never met a female pirate before. What made you do it?
Well, I was sitting in my garden one day in my mansion, and I said to myself, I'm bored. So here I am.
Doesn't running from the law and all the plundering and pillaging get boring too?
Well, I have to admit, sometimes I wish I was in my garden reading a good book.
About pirates?
I don't know, girls. The pirate life isn't all it's cracked up to be.
And you're going to drag us all the way across the ocean before you figure that out?
Well, sometimes you have to miss something before you know it's important to you in the first place.
Yeah, like indoor plumbing.
Or clean clothes.
Or the love of a fine, respectable, perfectly good man.
Well now, if it's a man you're looking for, missy.
Ah! Unhand me, you knave!
What do you mean unhand you? I never touched you.
I know, but I've always wanted to say that.
They say that all the time in Lady Westerbrook's novels.
Now, ladies, enough reminiscing about our former lives. We got a job to do. Laverne, you have those instructions to Treasure Island?
I sure do.
Let me see them. Miss Butterfingers, that on your gold earring.
I'm keeping these safe.
What are we going to do about this chest?
Let's take it with us in case it gets cold. We'll have enough fuel to keep us warm a long time.
All right, old-timer. We'd better find Treasure Island.
Oh, you will. Or my name ain't Herman Melville. I'll have you know I just stared down the face of death.
With your face, you probably just scared them off.
For your information, it wasn't a him.
Then what was it?
It was a her, the pirate queen, and she was ready to invade.
The pirate queen. Oh no, a woman can't be a pirate. They're too fragile and delicate, and they'd never be able to push a man around.
Avast me, hearties! I'm tired of seeing poor Captain Blood do all the work. Now get back to work and dig.
Oh, who died and left you the boss, Emma?
Nobody's died yet, but if you don't get that shovel in the ground, you're gonna be the first.
Oh my, Lord Fancy Pants. Fragile and delicate, can't push you around.
My pants may be fancy, but at least I'm wearing some. Those shredded up knickers you got on, hardly.
I have more things important on my mind than fashionable attire, like the pirate queen. She'll be coming back.
A female pirate? How do you know?
Because she was here with their villainous crew. And once she realized I sent him on a wild goose chase, the kook our goose but good. So we better find the treasure, and fast.
Ha! Good for her! Nothing like a woman to get things moving.
They dug up every square inch of this place.
It was like a cemetery.
And still no treasure.
Maybe they have the wrong island. All these islands look alike.
Then they'd better give up and leave us alone. We've been lucky that they haven't found us up here, but it's only a matter of time before they look up and see the treehouse.
Say, listen to this.
Not again.
Shut up, Smudge.
Thank you, Bluebeard.
You may proceed.
Bluebeard the fisher, Bluebeard the cruel, was a pirate who never lost his cool. Like a cat in the tree, he watched carefully until the moment he could crush every fool.
That's all? It's no Iliad.
Dribble. Mere dribble.
No, it's not. I like it. It's what we must do.
What must we do?
I've been the cat in the tree too long. Who wants the tack, crushing these fools digging up our island?
But the treasure.
There's no treasure. They dug up every square inch of this place.
Then what's your plan, Bluebeard?
Sharpen your swords.
I don't have a sword.
Is a paper umbrella okay?
How about a pencil?
Anything, everything. We'll lure them to this spot, and when they least expect it, we'll attack, sending them back to their ship.
But what if they fight back?
We'll fight forward.
Aye, good battle. We've been lounging around far too long.
I don't know. I could lounge a lot longer than this.
Where is your courage? Your fight? Your spunk?
Courage. Fight? Spunk? You're talking a hockey player. Not me.
Oh, this group will collapse like a paper tiger.
We can drive them back to their ship. Then they'll sail away for good.
That's great!
And we're forgetting the one thing that we have that they don't.
What's that?
Our cannon.
That's right, the coconut cannon.
Yeah, that'll scare them.
They won't know it only fires coconuts.
Which, by the way, can cause a nasty goose egg on a noggin.
Oh, that's right. You were our guinea pig.
I still have flashbacks.
All right, crew, gather your weapons. A fiercer band of pirates was never seen.
We'll go get the cannon with plenty of coconut.
How are we going to lure them here?
With a single word.
How about quit?
Look at it this way, Dandy. You're about to get some new material for another poem.
Yeah, my elegy.
Ready? Here's the word. Treasure! Treasure! Treasure!
What, Herod?
I heard someone yell treasure. Who found it?
Whoever it is better be able to hand it over, or I'll shiver them timbers.
Claude? Didn't find nothing.
George, you sly fox.
Not me. Stink?
Nothing but sand.
Sand, sand, and more sand.
Sand, sand everywhere.
And what about you two?
More blisters.
But we don't mind blisters if they're for you, Captain.
Then it's gotta be you, Parrot. Squawk! You found the treasure?
Then who shot a treasure? Or is someone out to make fools of us? Because if they are, we'll cut them down to size. Right, Captain Blood?
Right. Who's gonna make me?
This is a Magnum 357, the most powerful handheld cannon made. It will shoot a hole through the Great Wall of China. So we ask you.
Do you feel lucky?
It worked!
Of course it works.
Look at him run. Congratulations, Bluebeard.
You are brave and fearless.
It must be the thrill of battle. I feel a little lightheaded.
Are you sure we should be taking refuge in a cave?
You have a lot to learn, Captain Blood. When the going gets rough, hide. Blood, this cave looks familiar.
That cannon could get us all in here.
Not if we use one of our flashlights to use it as a shield.
It's a big cave, and maybe at the other end there's a way we can escape.
Then we can get in our ship and sail away.
Sail away, sail away.
We never did find the treasure.
And we dug up every inch of the island.
All we found was sand, sand, and more sand.
Oh, I found something else. Blisters on top of my blisters.
I'm afraid it was all in vain.
I was sure I hid the treasure somewhere on this island.
Well, there's not much we can do with these hooligans on the island. I say we go this way and see if there's a passage to the other side of the island and the sea serpent.
So much for my silk dresses I was going to buy with the booty.
So much for my ivory pipe.
So much for an assigning new knife.
What do you mean, knife? I wanted a pistol.
That way I didn't have to get my hands dirty.
Mother would be proud of you, Snoop.
Thank you, Sneak.
Oh, 'tis a black day when a man has to give up his dreams.
Give him his dreams, give him his dreams.
Quiet, you infernal creature.
Oh, leave poor Parrot alone. What bone do you have to pick with him anyhow?
Bone to pick. What's that you got there, Parrot?
Blimey, that's the biggest bone I've ever seen.
That looks big enough to be a human bone.
Yikes!
That is a human bone.
Who do you kill, Parrot?
Parrot ain't that kind of parrot, Snaggle.
Then where did the bone come from?
Why, looky there, 9 chests.
Ain't that what we've been looking for?
Aye, 9 chests and a skeleton.
Hey, look, there's a ring still on a finger. It's inscribed. Whoever removes this ring from my finger will die a horrible, painful death. Now he tells me.
Look at that. Who is this?
Why, that scoundrel. I remember this ring. He was with us when we buried the treasure. He must have dug it up and starved to death guarding it.
So these are the chests of gold doubloons.
Aye, you proved yourself to be a worthy pirate after all.
Shiver me timbers.
What good is the treasure now?
That's right. It doesn't do us any good if we can't get off Treasure Island alive.
That's right. We're stuck in here and they're out there with a cannon.
Well, they tricked us once. Now it's our turn to trick them.
What have you got in mind?
Here's what we're going to do.
Sure is good to be rid of those rascals.
Are you sure they're gone?
Mickey will let us know as soon as she has seen their ship has sailed off.
Our island's our own again.
Have your head stopped shaking yet, Dandy?
Most of the time? As long as I don't have to think about it.
The fight, you mean?
Stop that! Don't say that word.
Fight! Swords! Blood! Guts!
Then stop, Bluebeard!
Smudge, you rascal. Another word out of you and I'll skin you alive and turn you into a hammock.
Well, what do you become a pirate for if you don't like what pirates do?
To tell the truth, a pirate recruiter stopped by her house and asked me, Mom, if she had planned on sending me to school. She said she didn't because I was too stupid and she didn't have any money. So he suggested, how about the school with the hard knocks? And here I am.
If ever there was a hard knock life, this is it, Dan.
I like that. It's a hard knock life.
Bluebeard, good news. The ship is gone. It's just a dot on the horizon.
Then let's celebrate.
Yay!
Another Maui Maui.
Yes, Bluebeard.
Your wish is our command.
And hurry up, I'm thirsty.
You know something, Creaky? What, Mickey? I think he's taking advantage of us.
Say, did you just hear something?
Mickey and Creaky grumbling.
No, like something moving stealthily through the brush.
It's just your imagination, Smudge.
Yeah! Now who's acting like the chicken?
There's something coming, I tell you.
Quick, get the swords.
Oh, you got a pencil!
I can stab it with my paintbrush.
Oh, great. And I'll defend myself with a straw.
It's getting closer and closer. Oh, hello, Captain Bluebeard. Oh, blimey.
It's Lady Huffington.
'Tis I.
And where be the rest of your crew?
Not my crew, Captain. They've all fled.
Mickey and Creaky said the ship has sailed.
Aye, but I refuse to go with them.
Is that so?
It is. But your husband was with them. That bum, I'm glad to be rid of him. For 20 years I felt like a prisoner. I had to beg him for everything, and I had to have his permission for everything. I couldn't even clean a buttercup without his go-ahead.
Oh, you poor little lady.
It was awful, but I know you'd never treat a lady like that.
Well now, Captain Bluebeard, he has in the past.
Shut up, Dandy. Can't you see the lady needs a wee bit of comfort?
Yeah.
Why don't you take a seat down here in my chair?
Oh, thank you. You're so kind.
Might I be so bold to ask, if all your companions have sailed away, what are you going to do?
Why, stay right here with you.
Is that so?
But don't worry, I can earn my keep.
I'm sure you can.
I make the best chocolate chip cookies in the world. Chocolate chip cookies? Blimey, I love chocolate chip cookies. I haven't had one since my mother threw me out of the house when I was 28. I bake when I'm upset. So here, fresh from the oven, Grandma's own recipe.
Aye, they smell a bit of heaven.
And they taste delicious.
These are to die for. Captain, Dandy, Smudge. Okay, they're all like words on a toad's back. Brilliant plan, Captain Blood.
I thought so.
That sleeping orchid concoction did the trick.
What do we do now?
Well, we'll take them to the cave, where we'll make them carry the gold to our ship when they come to.
Then we'd better move the sea serpent back to its original spot.
Snag on me can do that, Captain, sir.
Right, we're real good at parking, Big Rig.
You can trust us implicitly.
Okay, but be careful. It's easy to run aground on the sandbars.
Don't you worry about us.
We know just what to do about those sandbars.
Isn't the same with the
And where be they heading for?
They're moving the sea serpent so we can load the gold.
It is all there, isn't it?
Aye. 8 chests for me, and 1 for you to split any way you like.
Split, split. Will you like squawk? I
Parrot smells a rat there.
What? I thought that'd be more than generous.
After we sailed here for you, fought battles for you,
Not to mention all the blisters we got digging this place up.
Well, without me, there'd have been no treasure, matey.
Long John, there are 9 chests. That's 1 for each of us.
I can't give him my treasure just like that.
See them?
The plan worked.
Well, you'll be next.
Not on your life. Nobody's gonna steal my treasure.
You can't mean to kill us all.
If I have to, now all of you, load them up in the brig.
leading us on a wild goose chase.
But this was Treasure Island after all.
Good thing we stopped at that gas station and asked for directions. Men would have never done that.
So your parents must be here.
They were here all along.
And a chocolate chip cookie. Looks like one of Mother's. Grandma's recipe.
I'll have one. I left the eggplant for chocolate chip cookie.
Oh, we don't have time for chocolate chip cookies. We have to find them and save them. She bakes when she's upset. Oh, to think, poor Mother, stuck on this horrid island, eating roots and berries to stay alive, and Father working his fingers to the bone just so that they can scrape by.
Never knowing what their captors might make them do.
Or what tortures they have endured.
Oh, stop it! I can't take this anymore.
Hey, Captain, look at this. Tracks, like somebody dragged another somebody off into the jungle.
You're right. Let's follow the tracks and see where they lead.
Quit faking Henny's arm like that.
I thought you tripped.
I did trip.
How was your trip? Bring back tons of souvenirs?
Look, in case you haven't noticed, there's another ship moored off the island. Someone else is here.
And with Long John chasing us, it don't look good.
We ought to head to our ship and make a run for it.
Aye, it's the only thing we can do. Good. Is the ship parked in the lagoon?
Not exactly.
We can still get to the ship, can't we?
Not exactly.
We still have a ship, don't we?
Not exactly.
What exactly are you trying to tell us?
Those sandbars.
Ooh, my, they were big.
We turned this way and that way, and this way and that way.
Which one was that way too much? I told Snake it was too much.
So it's all my fault?
You were at the wheel.
Well, you were supposed to tell Snake which way to go.
I'll tell you all which way to go.
So we don't have a ship. There's no way out.
We'll have to stand our ground.
We've been in tight spots before.
This is worse than squeezing toothpaste back into the tube.
Shh! Someone's coming.
Take cover.
Dirty pirates tied up to 9 chests of gold doubloons.
What do you make of it?
We'll be very, very rich when we get off this island.
I agree. Let's make like a tree and leave.
Attack! Stop! I cannot harm a woman.
Had enough, Captain Blood?
So you've heard of her.
I've read the bottles. Somebody's been getting you some very good publicity.
Simon, we did the job. We want to raise Captain Blood.
Maybe then I sprinkle some syrup for the flapjacks.
More bluff than bluster, eh, Captain Blood?
Those who live in glass houses shouldn't throw cannonballs.
I've done everything that's been reported. Well, at least I've wanted to.
Why, you're no pirate. You even wear perfume. A lovely lavender scent.
My one concession to my previous existence.
My lady love once wore that same scent.
She did?
I remember it from the garden in which I intended to propose marriage to her.
A proposal she would have foolishly rejected.
I still wear the engagement ring in my ear. I could have slipped it out properly.
What was the name of your lady love?
Sarah Huffington. A woman who wanted a man more daring and dashing than mere Roger Goodman.
Oh, she was a fool.
Was she?
Oh, she was. If only she could be offered the proposal again.
then he would ask her.
And she would say yes.
Really?
Truly.
Can we put our arms down, Captain?
You can't.
We declare a truce.
So, Captain, this is the bloke who started it all?
You're the one who kidnapped Captain's mom and pup?
What? Roger? How could you?
I mean, we didn't.
Robbing and pillaging is one thing, but kidnapping mommy and puppy?
We didn't actually.
Oh, a likely story.
No, really, they were trying to find Bluebird or avoid trying to find Bluebird or something like that.
And Master Goodman here just took advantage of the situation.
I'm ever so glad you found the message in the bottle.
Well, where are they?
Here we are, battle all over. I bet you all want a nice warm shot. Sarah!
Our darling baby.
Mommy and puppy!
Why are you dressed like that?
'Cause she's the pirate queen.
Our little Sarah?
32 steps down and counting.
She's made 51 walk the gangplank without batting an eye. And somewhere she's got a room full of gold and jewels.
Oh, give it a rest, girls.
Why? Sarah, why?
I was bored. I wanted excitement. I wanted to see the world.
You should have taught us. We were bought an atlas.
Oh, Hector, you know how kids are. I hope you've had a lovely time.
I have, and it's led me all back to where I've started.
Lord Huffington, I think I've proven I would do anything to ensure your daughter's happiness. I would like to ask you for her hand in marriage.
Well, don't take the hand, boy. Take the whole girl.
May I suggest we all get on the last ship floating and make our getaway?
Just before we get those doubloons.
Nobody's touching my doubloon.
Oh dear, Mr. Longjohn has a gun that really shoots.
I'll protect you, Mother.
You're all gonna need protecting. I'm sending you out to that there dinghy over yonder.
All of us? It'll sink.
I know.
You can't mean to fight us all.
If I have to.
Hold on.
Oh dear.
Aye, if it isn't the Cookie Monster.
Well, we had to think of something. I feel very well rested.
And in a minute, you're gonna feel very, very dead.
Can't we reach an agreement?
I'm all for that.
Sounds good to me.
I'm taking the gold into a place where I can spend it, and y'all gonna help me load it up. After that, I don't care what happens to any of you.
Seems a mite selfish, Long John.
Because I am selfish, that's what makes pirates pirates. We're selfish.
You'll never be a legend if you're just selfish.
Who wants to be a legend? I just want my reward for pillaging the high seas for all these years.
Oh, I'll make sure you get what you deserve.
This is a Magnum 357. The most powerful handheld cannon made. It will shoot a hole through the Great Wall of China. So we ask you.
Do you feel lucky?
Well, we better load up those doubloons then.
Sarah, that's stealing.
The doubloons won't be doing anybody any good around here.
She's right, you know.
Besides, they're the property of His Majesty, King George III.
My Captain Belvedere.
Huffy heavens, is it you?
Quite so, old chap. You haven't aged a bit since our days together in the Queen's Royal Service. And I've seen you've made captain. Jolly good soul, old chap.
Not a bit of it. And you've done pretty well for yourself since you ran out to make your fortune in America. You haven't aged well, you look, all right.
You flatter me, Elfie. Say, perhaps you could help us out with a bit of a jam we got ourselves into. You see, there's a rather nasty pirate chap running around here with a gun and a bit of vendetta against us.
So sorry, old chap. Love to help. There's just one other little matter, however. I'm placing you all under arrest.
What?
Surely we can explain.
What can Captain Blood explain?
I'm really Roger Goodman, and I'm about to marry Sarah Huffington.
The Pirate Queen. I shan't soon forget how you dumped me heartlessly into the water with those sharks, my lady.
Well, Belvedere, you know very well they were only dolphins.
Sarah, my goodness, how unladylike.
Oh, come now, Belvy. This is clearly just a youthful fling.
Piracy on the high seas is a crime, punishable by hanging.
You know, Captain Belvedere, you look terribly hungry. Why not have a nice, warm, homemade chocolate chip?
Homemade chocolate chip? I don't mind if I do. Delicious. Why these are to die for?
Excellent. Now quick, get on your ship and get away as fast as you can.
What? But what about you?
Oh, Sarah, darling, we don't want to leave Treasure Island.
It's just too much fun. Much better than the stressful life back home.
You're staying then?
And she makes the best chocolate chip cookies in the world.
Oh, Bluebeard, you're just saying that.
What about Captain Belvedere?
We'll put him to work. Miki needs a promotion.
He can make them out of eyes now.
All right, what about those gold doubloons?
Why don't we come back and get them when we come for a visit?
How about Christmas?
Oh, that's perfect. We can do Thanksgiving with Roger's family and Christmas here.
Sounds like a plan.
What about Belvedere's ship?
All I've got to do is wear his hat and give a signal for the treat, and his crew will be gone with the wind.
Speaking of Gone with the Wind, you know those papers we found in that chest?
Yeah?
We should send them to a publisher. It would make a pretty good book.
Moby Dick?
And with a title like that, it'll sink quicker than an anchor.
Darling, I hate to rush you, but those cookies only last a short while. Get going.
All right, bye-bye.
Have a lovely wedding.
I'll take good care of your little girl.
You better, or we'll send Belvedere after this.
And he's mighty fearsome, too.
Mighty fearsome, simmy timber, squawk, squawk,
Oh, we got company.
Yes, isn't it nice? We're all getting along quite congenially now.
No, I mean another ship. It's a seafarer, and she's pulling up to the island and sending over a dinghy.
Have no fear, dear boy. It's our own Captain Porter coming to fetch us.
Except we're not going. We've decided to stay in this lovely paradise with all of you.
And will you make us chocolate chip cookies?
Certainly. Be a dear, will you, and go tell Captain Porter about our change of plans. And you can deliver my list to him while you're at it. I thought of a few little supplies I need him to bring back for you.
A few of the supplies. This list reads like War and Peace.
I'm impressed, considering it won't be published for another 70 years or so.
I do fancy myself, the literary type. I got some poems and epic works of mine I could show you.
Really? Well, I'd love to see them.
There'll be plenty of time for that later, gentlemen. Right now, please take care of delivering my list to Captain Porter. If I'm going to keep you all supplied with cookies, I'm going to be needing chocolate chips and such.
On the double me, lady.
A literary part. Remarkable. I do believe we're going to enjoy ourselves rather nicely on this island, Emma.
Yes, but I can't help wonder if we should have gone with Sarah and Roger, at least until the wedding's over. Do you think we've made the right decision, Hector?
Oh, they'll be fine.
That's more than we said of you. All of you, hands up.
Oh, Long John, give it a rest.
We're pirates for crying out loud.
Yo ho ho and a bottle of milk.
They're gonna write books about us, write movies about us, maybe even name amusement park rides after us.
Till then, sit down and relax. We're in the Caribbean.
Have a chocolate chip cookie.